Hi, I'm John Cunningham for Synergy Personal Development. And today I want to talk to you about having some hope even when you hit rock bottom. You see, I've climbed out of the depths of being at the bottom, and I'm sure that you can too. In fact, when I was at my lowest points is when I've had the biggest advancements. And I've heard that said time and time again. In fact, let me tell you about the last time I was at the lowest point and how I've achieved to the level I'm at right now, sitting in Kuala Lumpur, enjoying the view of the beautiful skyline and the great skyscrapers that are here that remind us about how high that we can go. You see, it was just a couple of years ago that I thought I was doing really well. I was in a job that I'd wanted, and I was doing things that I dreamed about doing. But then COVID hit. And with COVID, my company didn't really have a plan for how to go online. So they offered us a severance package. A severance package, I thought. That's amazing. Now they're going to pay me to work on my own business. And I'm sure that within a year's time, things are going to be going great. Well, as time went on, 6 months later, 9 months later, my consulting business hadn't really taken off. In fact, the only thing that I'd really achieved was I'd finished writing my book, Win the Day: How to Win Your Battles with Stress, Anxiety, and Depression. And let me tell you, I was feeling a lot of stress, anxiety, and depression because things were not going the way that I expected them to. Being the personal development enthusiast that I am, or expert that I am, I kept listening to other people talking about when did their success happen? What were the triggers that made things work? And I always heard the same thing. The success I'm reaching now, the goals that I'm achieving, and the height that I'm able to climb to, and the vision I'm able to see happened because I was at my lowest point. Time and time again, these experts would talk about how being at their lowest point set the foundation for them reaching their highest heights. And that's where I'm at now too. I struggled. Things went difficultly. I didn't really think that I had any other options. And so I kept asking, what's next? And how low do I have to go before success knocks on my door and brings me the opportunities that I'm hoping for? Well, it finally happened. One day out of the blue, I got a call from a recruiter about a company I'd never heard about, doing something that I've always dreamed about doing training and traveling globally. Wow, what an opportunity, I thought. Why didn't this happen before? But it couldn't have happened before because I hadn't stepped all the way to the bottom to be in that place to where I could rebuild my foundation. You see, when we're at our lowest points, what does that tell us? It tells us that what we did in the past is not working now. And we need to reinvent ourselves. We need to challenge. Right now, I say, if you're not changing, you're not growing. And that is true because we can't expect the good things to happen if we keep doing the same things over and over again that got us to that low point we were at before. And so this is my challenge for you. Let me give you 3 ways that you can actually work on bringing yourself out of the doldrums and taking steps towards that bright vision of your future that you have for yourself. There's going to be a turning point, and it's going to happen when you least expect it. You might get rejection after rejection after rejection, and then suddenly a door opens. You might be having dinner with someone and the opportunity comes that seems perfectly aligned for who you are and what you're ready to do. But that's not going to happen unless you do this first thing, which is never give up on yourself. If you're watching this video right now, there's something inside of you that says, I believe in me. And never give that up. keep believing that you're the right person, that the right opportunity will find you, and that all your hopes, dreams, plans, and goals are going to find a way to work out. But you have to keep going at it step by step by step. My mentor, J.B. Glossinger, says that you are the miracle of birth. And it's true. For you to be born was a miracle. For you to be in the place that you are right now is a miracle. Now the next thing is for you to have the faith that you are in the place you need to be, experiencing the things you need to experience so that you can take the next step to continue on your journey to that vision that you have of your life. So never give up on yourself and never stop believing in yourself because you're the right person. Next, trust the process. I've heard it said that we plan and God laughs. And that couldn't be further from the truth. We want everything to happen right now. But that's not reality. Things happen in their time and in their place. So don't think that just because things aren't happening the way that you expect them to, or that you want them to, that they're not happening at all. They do happen. It takes time. It is a process. Sometimes what looks like the worst thing that could ever happen to you actually brings you an opportunity. And let me tell you a story about a friend of mine that this happened to. You see, my friend works in healthcare, and in her job, when you work in the evening, you get paid more than you get paid when you work in the daytime. Of course, it's a safety risk, and no one wants to work overnight. Well, a couple of months ago, they took away her night shifts, and she was really worried. What am I going to do? And this company is terrible, and these things are not working out for me, and I should change my job. But what happened was that the time that she had available opened up a new opportunity to her. An opportunity to connect with her family in a way that she never had before. And now she's able to give her time to the grandchildren that she missed spending time with for the last year or so. And that opportunity happened because she wasn't working the night shift. So as one door closes, another one opens. When one opportunity goes away, another one will come your way. So don't worry about the things that are not going as you expect them to, that things are not happening in the time you want them to. Just keep moving forward. It's inside of you, and there's a bigger plan than we can even envision ourselves that's working in our favor as long as we keep moving forward. Trust the process. It will happen. And the last thing is to get perspective. When things are going badly for us or not as we intend, I'm not really badly because we can't see the whole context, right? So what we might think is bad might actually be good. But what we need to do is get another perspective, right? We can't see the label on our own jar, right? We don't understand everything that's happening around us, right? But when things are going tough, we generally tend to close down and keep private, when instead we should do the opposite. Open up. Talk to the people around us. Find our trusted advisors. Find those people that always have an ear willing to listen to you. The ones that give you good advice. The ones who want you to succeed. There are people like that in your life. They may be few, but there are some. Engage those people. Talk to them about what's going on with you. Tell them what you're experiencing. It's not the hall of shame. And just because you see it on social media, people put their highlights on social media. You don't want to share there. Like, this is a vulnerable moment. Find people that you can feel comfortable being vulnerable with and discuss what's happening. They'll give you a fresh perspective. They'll help you to understand what you're seeing and how that might be beneficial for you. But make sure they're people that know you and people that you trust. Don't look for those people who are putting you down, right? The people who complain to you, right? Find those people that are in your corner, who are your cheerleaders, right? And talk to them. Listen to what they have to say and think about what they're saying. It might be helpful to journal, right? Take some time to write down your impressions of what they're talking about to help you more clearly see where you are and what can come next. And speaking of what can come next, my final piece of advice for you on dealing with being in these low points is, once you decide to do something, take action. We can't just sit back and say, oh, woe is me. Oh, my life sucks. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, someone else did wrong to me. That's not going to work. You need to take action. Even the smallest action creates incremental growth, creates unmovable force. But take action. No one likes a complainer, and complaining isn't going to get you anywhere. Find a way to break free and get to that next step. Look, I know that being at rock bottom and being in a difficult place is hard. I've been there several times. But it can be a gift. It can give you a fresh perspective, a new way of looking at things, a new way of doing things, right? A new way of seeing things that's going to make you better tomorrow than you are today, and better a year from now than you were yesterday or the day before yesterday, right? Step by step, we're growing in the process, right? So be grateful for where you are now and keep looking for what comes next. Don't give up on yourself. Trust other people to help you. And at the end of the day, know that you are a valued member of this world and you have a special mission. That's how you'll move up from rock bottom to the highest heights. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me, and I hope this information is helpful to you. If you'd like more insights or to get some advice on how to grow to your personal best, feel free to visit our website, synergypersonaldevelopment.com, or leave a comment down below. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. I appreciate you, and have a great day.